Micah speaks to the people and promises that something is going to happen. And we read this and we know that it's going to come true, and it's all too easy to take it for granted. Of course, that's what happens. Of course, Jesus is born in Bethlehem. What else? We've read it every year. But look at what Micah says. Bethlehem is one of the smallest towns in Judea. It's not some great city. It's not a great tourist attraction where people come to see the house where David grew up or the fields where David learnt to use a slingshot. Bethlehem is a small little town, insignificant, unimportant. Sometimes we might feel like that, insignificant. We might look at our church and think, well, we seem to have less and less people. What can we do? What could God possibly do through us? But if you look through the Bible and you look through history, you see that God loves to use the unimportant to do amazing things. God's not waiting for us to be strong enough to be able. God's waiting for us to be available. When I was working in the Upper Hunter, I was always amazed at all the things that the Muswellbrook Church was doing. When I got there, on Sunday morning, if you got into double figures of the number of people there, you were doing fairly well. If you went over 20, that would be a pretty big number. And yet, here when I arrived at this church, well, on Tuesday mornings, they had an activity for the older people to drop in, play cards, socialise. They had a monthly men's breakfast and a monthly Friday afternoon activity for the women. Each year they ran an art sale where they displayed artwork for local artists and sold it for them. And alongside that, they had a second-hand book sale. Once a year they had a fete. Lots and lots of activity. And yes, during my time there, the fete finished, but they also started a community kitchen where every Thursday people come to the church and have a free lunch. And now, once a month on a Tuesday evening, they have a dinner. They also started a university of the third age. They also support an RI teacher in the local high school. A small number of people doing a lot, but also working with the community to do a lot. So we don't have to be a huge church to be doing things for God in this community. We just need to be open and available. And as we're willing to step out, then God will provide us with the workers we need. Some of those will be people from the church. Some of those will be people from other churches. Some of those will be people from our community. We just need to hold on to the fact that God is faithful, as he kept his promises in the past, just like this promise of a child. So, as we seek to follow him and do his will, he will walk with us and do amazing things through us.